Hi, and welcome to Mindfulness Monday. This is a time where we put our to-do list aside and we focus on relaxation and calm. My name is Amy Moskovitz and I'm the reference manager at the Haverford Township Free Library. And I hope that you will join me for the next 15 to 20 minutes for some tips and techniques for relaxation and calmness and peace. We're going to start off by reviewing some of the techniques that we learned last week in last week's Mindfulness Monday, and then we'll go over some new ones. So last week we started by learning about a technique called Come to Your Senses. And in Come to Your Senses, we take some time to get into the present moment by blocking out everything else that's happening and just thinking about our five senses and thinking about what we see, what we taste, what we hear, what we smell, and what we touch, what we feel in that moment. So remember that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, this can be when you wake up in the morning, this can be before you go to bed at night, or any time during your day. If you're feeling stressed or anxious, you can come to your senses, think about your five senses, and think about what you're smelling in that moment. Take a deep breath in, think about what you see, think about what's around you, what you're noticing. Think about what you hear, what you taste, if anything, and what you touch. And think about what your senses are taking in, and that will bring you back to the present moment and take you out of any stressful situation or out of some of your anxieties. That's come to your senses. We also reviewed some belly breathing, some diaphragmatic breathing, which is inhaling deep into the diaphragm and blowing up that balloon. Instead of filling up the chest cavity first, you're filling up the diaphragm and inhaling deep into the belly and then letting that go. And that was really important for our 4-7-8 breathing, where we inhale deep for 4 breaths, hold our breath for 7, and then exhale for 8. We also learned about equal breathing, which is making our inhalations and exhalations equal, whether we do that for a count of 2, a count of 4, a count of 6, whatever is comfortable for you. We make our inhalations and our exhalations equal. So those were some of the techniques and tips that I gave you last week. Let's learn some new tips this week. Our new breathing exercises this week, our first one is called pursed lip breathing. And this is really good for anybody with any breathing issues such as COPD. Also, it brings down the anxiety level and the stress level that you may be feeling. My grandmother used to use this a lot. She called it in through the nose and out like a rose, and you'll notice why in a minute. So we're going to be learning some pursed lip breathing. This is really good for catching your breath if you're short of breath. So you're going to start by sitting down or lying down in a comfortable position. I'm just going to start in a comfortable seat like this. You're going to breathe in through your nose with your lips closed. And you may want to count silently to a number that's comfortable for you. So count silently in your head to any number that's comfortable for you, whether it's an inhalation of 4, anything that may be comfortable for you to count into. Then you're going to purse your lips like you're blowing out a candle or you're whistling. So you can see I have my lips pursed like I'm about to whistle or blow out a candle. So I'm breathing in through my nose to maybe a count of 4, and then I purse my lips for my exhalation. Lastly, we're going to exhale for longer than we inhale. So if I inhale to a count of 4, I may exhale to a count of 6. Remember, it's in through the nose and out like a rose. Let's try that. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Try that again. Remember, your inhalation is with your lips closed and just breathing in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Purse your lips out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And get all that air out on your exhalation. Good. Let's try. Maybe it's a count of 2 that works for you. Maybe 4 and 6 is a little bit too much. Let's try just an inhalation of 2 and an exhalation of 4. A nice cleansing breath. Ready? Breathe in for a count of 2. 1, 2, and an exhalation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever works for you. The important thing to remember is that it's in through the nose with your lips closed, and then it's out with a pursed lip like you're about to blow out a candle or whistle. In through the nose, out like a rose, like my grandma used to do. Okay? And that's pursed lip breathing. Good for catching your breath, good for people with breathing problems, also good for bringing down anxiety and calming ourselves. Okay? The next one that we're going to do, the last one that we're going to do today, is called lion's breath. And those of us that have done yoga before may be familiar with lion's breath. This is also something that we do in yoga with a yoga posture, but we're going to do it in a seated position today. I'm going to do it up on my knees like this. We have a little lion here to show us how to do it. She may come in and out of the frame, we'll see. So for lion's breath, I'm going to sit like this, sit up on my feet, but you can also sit in a chair if that's comfortable for you. And I'm going to bring my hands, my paws to my knees. And I'm going to bring my gaze upward. I'm going to bring my gaze up to the ceiling. Or in yoga, they call it up to your third eye, up between your eyebrows. And then what we do is we stick our tongue out and we make the sound ha. It's a ha sound, but we exhale on a ha. So you bring your tongue out and down, make the tip of your tongue point downward while your gaze is pointing upward. Kind of a tugging in the opposite direction, but it's nice and gentle. So remember, bring your paws forward to your knees, bring your gaze upward, and bring your tongue out and down. We inhale deep, and we exhale on a and we want to exhale all of that bad air, all the air that's inside of us, we want to bring that out. And we want to roar that out on a ha. Okay, let's try that again. We breathe in, bring our paws forward, bring our gaze up to the ceiling, find a good point on the ceiling. Bring our tongue out and down. Almost like you're fogging up a window. You'll almost feel it like steam coming out. And that's all of that air that's built up in our bellies, all that air that's up in our lungs and our chest, and we're pushing that air out, pushing all that negativity out, and we're bringing in, breathing in some new life and bringing in the positive energy and the positivity in, and we're breathing out some of that excess air, everything that we don't need. Imagine that coming out and breathing in the positivity. Okay, once again, let's bring our paws forward onto our knees. Bring our gaze up and our tongue out. Breathe in and breathe out on a one more time. In and roar all that air out like a lion. Good job. So as a reminder, today we learned pursed lip breathing, in through the nose, out like a rose with some pursed lips. And we learned our lion's breath, where we breathe in and we breathe out with a nice and strong, breathing all that stale air out of our lungs and breathing some clean air back in. Thank you so much for joining me for Mindfulness Monday. I'll see you again next week. We have this program every Monday at 1. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good day.